You're welcome back. This is Kwesi Baako sitting in for Rudolph Ogo Okonkwo, who traditionally would be in this seat conducting the Skype caller segment. Rudolph is away on important business, so I am sitting in for him. And with me is Dr. Wunmi Akintide once again. This is going to be a super crashed short edition of the Skype segment. We already have our Skype panel waiting. From Moscow, Russia, we have Adiola. You're welcome to SaharaTV, Adiola. Okay. This is going to be a super crash. Can you hear me, Adiola? Okay, I cannot hear Adiola at this point. We also have Braithwaite from Belarus. We welcome Braithwaite.
Yeah, it's a pleasure.
Okay, Scott from Hampshire, England. You're welcome.
Hello, thank you for having me.
Thank you very much for coming on the show. Bishop from Dublin, Ireland. You're welcome.
It's a pleasure.
And Abudugana from Michigan. You're welcome.
Thank you for this opportunity.
And Musa from China. You're welcome.
Thank you much.
Wow, we have people from all over the world. That's SaharaTV for you. And like I said before, we have in the studio Dr. Wunmi Akintide. Because of the time constraint, gentlemen, I really apologize for, you know, the length of time that we're going to have to do this. It's going to be really short. We're probably going to have just about enough time to answer one question, and then we probably should be calling it a day. I do apologize once again. Let's look at our second question of the day. Should the EFCC, and we're talking Nigeria right now, should the EFCC probe government officials who live above their means? Senator Dino Melaye is in the news for renovating a $6.5 million home. Wow, $6.5 million. He is also reported to have said that he's an important member of the federal government of Nigeria and therefore should not be investigated. Let's look at that. Let me start with you. I don't know if Adiola is back. Are you back, Adiola?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, good. So take us away. What do you think of that?
For me, that is a no-go. I mean, for me, that is not right. The EFCC has the power to investigate anyone that is being alleged of corruption or any corrupt practices. So that a senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria is claiming that he has an power of exclusion to investigate something that is very wrong, and I find it disappointing at this time in a democracy. It belongs to a party that has been clamoring that the party slogan change. And I don't know why, I don't see any reason why a senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria should be censured. He has nothing, he has in his cover. Thank you.
Okay, thanks a lot. Braithwaite, what's your take?
Well, he said he's a senator of the, he's a member of the federal government. I've not heard of that title before. That was my first time. So for that, it means that the federal government is employer. So I think his employer should be able to probe him. So for that, EFCC is legally approved to probe him. So that is my own take.
Okay. All right. Thanks very much. Scott.
Yeah, hello. My take is that generally everybody in Nigeria should be, deemed innocent as, guaranteed by the Constitution of the Federal Republic. However, where there is a reasonable reason to suspect that an individual is corrupt, the EFCC Act does empower the EFCC to investigate that person. Yeah.
Thanks a lot. Bishop.
I want to thank Sarah Report once again for the opportunity to afford us to make a contribution towards our country, Nigeria. Well, to me, firstly, I want to ask a question. When I saw Dile Melaye, the person in question, going about parading himself, so following, escorting Bukhara Saraki to EFCC. A question came to my mind. In the first place, has it become a bodyguard to Bukhara's wife? It's amazing. Those people, need to be probed. Honestly, like Scott rightly said, the Federal Republic of Nigeria has a constitution. If anybody is found corrupt or suspected to be corrupt or mismanage misuse the form of Federal Republic, it should be probed. There should not be a debate about this. So this
exactly.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Thanks a lot. Abu Dugana.
Well, that's a very important topic, and I think my co-speakers have attended to the question reasonably. However, my little contribution is this: we need to be careful about this new slogan of anti-corruption in town, because we might likely be headed towards destruction in terms of affairs of the state. The fact that somebody is renovating a house doesn't mean that he has obtained his money through questionable means.
Very good point.
Yeah, so I don't think that we need to be careful in terms of what is factual, what is anecdotal, what is I think, you know, because this might be creating a lot of problems for the business of governance in the country. And my opinion is that except there is a grant, I mean very factual grant to prosecute corruption issues in the country, there may not be a need for us to be making issues about some of these questions we're discussing today. I think the major discussion should focus on what EFCC is able to prosecute in the court of law, and what we are able to read in the news. Because sometimes what you read in the news is not the fact.
That's a very good point, Abu Dugana. However, I think that the senator saying that because he's a member of the federal government, he cannot be probed, raises a few questions. Anyway, Musa.
Well, you can always know Gino for that. Gino has always been a very suspicious character since his days in the university. So, and I don't think Gino can claim to be a saint or to be a very reasonable person when he left the university. He's been living the same lifestyle all over. For those of us who know Gino from his days in the university, when he left the university and his involvement in us, we are not really so bad about his activity. He's just the same old personality.
Okay. All right. Musa?
Okay. Right now, I think I agree 100% with Mr. Scott and Mr. Abdugana, but then I have to make a little correction. I'm from Kogi State and I know Dino Malaya very well. First of all, the fact that he uses $6.5 million to renovate his house, he actually has the means to get this money, which is fine. But if then the EFCC want to ascertain how he got this money, I think under the constitution and the law of the federal government of Nigeria, they have every right to do so. Him saying he cannot be probed is a mistake, because even if the president breaks the law, he should be probed. In fact, he should be impeached before being probed. And then secondly, on the fact that the EFCC should actually build up their, make their game more heavy when it comes to prosecuting these people. Don't just accuse people and then call them for, arrest them on baseless suspicions, actually. Yeah. For some sham prosecution. If you're going to take this person to the court of law and prosecute him and get him good jail time, if he is guilty, that's actually very fine by us. But then we're tired of the fact that then they always blame this person or blame that person, and then they don't actually do anything. It's just like a dog that barks and actually doesn't bite. That's my major problem with the EFCC. But basically, him spending $6.5 million, if he has the money, he can do that. It's his problem. But if then the EFCC want to ascertain how he got this money, under every right, they can do that. I think it's very okay. Him being a member of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, we're all members of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, but we don't have that type of immunity. So I don't actually understand what he's saying there. If I commit a crime today, even though I'm in China, being a member of the Federal Republic of Nigeria doesn't stop them from returning me back to my country, and I also be jailed in my country. So that's a very, very haggard point.
There we have it. 6 very informed opinions on the subject. Let's get a 7th opinion from Dr. Wunmi Akintide. Doc.
My simple answer, because we are running short of time, is if you live above your income and your legitimate earnings, and it can be proved with facts and figures, then EFCC can probe you. And I want to make a difference between probing and actually charging to court. Probing is just to find out if there are grounds to charge, to prosecute somebody to court. One is, the first step is more liberal. If you are suspected to be living above your income, your legal incomes and earnings, and there is something to prove that, the EFCC has the right to go after you. All this idea, I'm a member of the federal government, I'm a senator, that doesn't count, as far as I'm concerned.
Okay. I think all this would really have been reduced if government officials were made to declare their assets much earlier than, because I hear talk of, you know, that going to happen.
You put your finger right on it, Kwesi. That shows the hopelessness and the defective nature of the asset declaration. Because one of the first things that somebody would have done was to go back to his asset declaration
and find out if it's worth 6.5 million.
And if you can't find anything to sustain that, then the EFCC should go after him.
Basically.
Yes.
Thank you so much, gentlemen. Adiola from Moscow, Braithwaite from Belarus, Scott from England, Bishop from Ireland, Abudugana from Michigan, and Musa from China, as well as our special guest, Dr. Wunmi Akintide. Thank you so much for coming on the Skype segment. We will look forward to having you again next week when Rudolph is back in his seat, and definitely he will have more time to discuss the issues with you. Thank you so much. This is where we bring the curtain down on today's transmission. Thank you for sticking with us and for contributing to the show. Next week, we're back with another edition of Saturday Live, where all the issues that matter to you will be brought here. This is SaharaTV, Everything Africa. See you next week.